All right,
Okay.
all right. So welcome, welcome. We are doing a really fun interview tonight with Rod. And I brought Chris on, the mastermind behind Freedom from Alcohol, because, I get to talk to Rod every week. And Chris, Chris really did come up with a program that's helped so many people. So I wanted Chris to have an opportunity to talk with Rod tonight. And I'm just going to kind of take a back seat here. So take it away.
Yeah, well, thank you, Lauren, because Lauren was Rod's coach. You guys worked one-on-one together, and so I'm grateful for that. I'm just grateful to be with both of you guys. You're both booze-free badasses, as we have our little society of everybody that we work with. And Rod, first of all, I appreciate you taking some time here to chat with us. How are you, sir?
Doing real good, Chris. Real good.
So, we don't want to take up too much of your time, but if you would just kind of share with us a little bit about where you were before you started working with us, like as far as what were your biggest problems, challenges with drinking, like where were you at?
Well, I was in a vicious cycle of drinking, saying I'm going to quit, and it was just a vicious cycle, waking up hungover every day, and then waiting to drink again. My whole life evolved around alcohol, probably for the last 30 years. But to me, I always justified it as being okay because I got up and I went to work every day, and did my job, and I always try to justify it that way. And it's been rolling for a long time. I knew I had a problem, but I just kept going with the vicious cycle, and then my personal life took a turn downhill, and I had some real people close to me saying, "Hey, you're getting a little bit out of control, and maybe you want to do something about it." And I couldn't, and I thought about it for a long time, but I never really knew how to get out of the cycle because I never knew life without alcohol. It was like, how am I gonna go day to day without drinking? Or and I always watch people. I've watched a lot of TikTok before I got a hold of you guys, and people saying once you get to the other side, it's good. And I didn't know there was a possible way to get to the other side. So that's kind of where I was at, and I was struggling, and I quit for a while, and 4 or 5 months, and I kind of white knuckled through it, and always had in the back of my head that I'm probably going to drink again. I was just I had that mindset at the time as well, and like everybody says, once you go back, but I had the mindset of if I can go 2 or 3 months, then I'll be all right every once in a while or whatever. And I white knuckled it for about 4 or 5 months, and then I relapsed, or I went back to drinking, I should say. And then I called you, and because I've been watching you on TikTok for quite a while, and it's like, I like his ideas of changing a mindset and this and that, and so I give you a call. But yeah, I was in a very bad vicious cycle, and it sucked.
Yeah, no, and it is a vicious cycle. And you said for 30 years, right, that you've been
Yes.
drinking,
Yes.
and can totally relate with, I don't know who I am without drinking. Like we just get so used to it. And there can be some fear that comes up with like, what is the life without alcohol? And that's what honestly kept me in that state of starting, stopping, the whole white knuckling thing. I think most of us that have struggled with alcohol have gone through a white knuckling period, and it just doesn't work, when we try to use willpower. So, what was it for you that made you say, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to sign up with these guys and do the Freedom from Alcohol coaching program?
I guess it was I either go in with this, or I'm gonna go back to the way I was. And I actually, for the 4 or 5 months that I was off, I kind of liked, not waking up hungover. I liked the feeling, my body got adjusted. I actually liked it. I like that. And I I got a brain fart here. man, I can't even think what I was gonna say. No, what was it? I just completely lost my mind. Uh, what the hell was the question, Chris? I just completely.
Well, no, it's all good. The question was
I
just,
mean,
you know, what made you say, yeah, I got to do this. I'm gonna sign up with these guys because something
I
must
wanted
have
to
felt
think-
right to you.
Bottom line is, I wanted to change my life, and I knew I was going to go back to the vicious cycle, and I didn't want to go there, and I knew I needed help.
Yeah. And would you say that your life is changed now?
Oh, 100%. I'm living my best life right now. And once I made the commitment of all in, it's been a game changer. I have not struggled one bit. I haven't thought about it. Once I made that wholehearted commitment to go all in, I'm straightforward, and life's great. I mean, yeah, I'm living my best life I have since I was, a young boy. I mean, I don't even think about alcohol anymore. I don't want alcohol, and it's great.
Love it. I love that so much. So what are the biggest differences that you've noticed within yourself after beginning with us?
I would say my mindset as far as my negativity is going away from not drinking. I look at life more positive. And all my relationships have gotten better, because I was always thinking, I never really cared or give a shit about really anybody. Now that I'm really seeing this, because everything evolved around alcohol. And I mean, always in the back of my head, I was thinking, okay, well, we're going to go do something or something just like that. But I was always thinking about alcohol. And once I got out of my life, I mean, everything come together. My relationships with family, friends, my health, and waking up hangover free is probably is awesome. I mean, it's I woke up probably hungover for 30 years, and I just it was a life of hell. It was just like, geez, and then couldn't wait to get drinking again just to get make yourself feel better. But I mean, it's just the waking up hangover free, and my health's gotten, my blood pressures went down. I'm losing weight. I'm exercising. I'm just focused on myself instead of alcohol, and that's tremendous.
Yeah. Do you ever wake up and go, God, I wish I was drinking again?
No.
I was pretty sure the answer to that. I just want to make sure, because a lot of people have that thought, and I always tell people there's not a day that I regret waking up being without a hangover, being alcohol free, and it just gets better and better. And
Amen.
Lauren and I have watched you from the get-go, man. And that's one of the best things about our job, is watching you go from where you were to where you are. And we've just seen you grow and progress. And I really want to commend you, because you bought fully in, you jumped in, you said, I'm going to do this. I'm going to commit to myself. And you did. And that's why I believe you are having such amazing results. But I got to imagine that there might have been a little bit of skepticism before you joined, right? Most people would have some skepticism. What was it for you that you were skeptical about?
As far as
as far as working with us, whether it would work, whether we were legit. I mean, did any of that come into your mind?
Not really, Chris. I kind of liked how your approach to it, and I always thought I'm gonna buy in it. I mean, or not buy in, but yes, I like I'm gonna go with it, because I liked your ideas of I liked your ideas of mindset change, and it's all mind. I mean, a lot of it to me was mind over matter, and the biggest thing that is you committing 100%. And once I committed 100% into this idea instead of hee-hawing around, and once I did that, I mean, the weight, it just was gone. I mean, And I, you know, like all our meetings and stuff, and I meant 100% when I, you know, it's just like it was gone when I said I'm done, you know, and that's, I know I never had no, I was never had no, you know, worries about getting in, and I'm, you know, I'm glad I did, because yeah, your program is amazing.
I love it. Had you tried doing anything other than white knuckling before?
No, no, not really, you know, just a couple days here and there, and then, you know, whenever that happened, and then you get back into drinking, I'd get back into drinking, and then, you know, I'd make up for the 3 or 4 days that I took off, and, you know, and it was just it's just a bad cycle, you know, and actually I got some of my friends, you know, some of my friends that I've been lifelong drinking friends with or whatever, you know, I mean, mainly associated to that I'm still in friends with. And, you know, I get a sense that they kind of look at me like, you know, well, poor Rod, you know, he can't drink anymore, you know, and I kind of look at them as like, you know, I wish you could see where I'm at and my aspect of life now, because they are in that vicious cycle that I was in. And you know, it's I wish they could see what I see now, you know. You never thought I could get, you know, get over the hump or whatever, but yeah. And
Well, and by you saying that, Rod, I really hope that's why we do these interviews, because I hope somebody in that position sees this and goes, oh, there is a way to get out of this vicious cycle. I don't have to wake up and feel like crap. I don't have to keep going through this, because, you know, a lot of people, myself included before, was like, I don't know how to get out of this. It was so hopeless. Like, am I always going to be this way? And I want people to understand, whether you do it with us or you do it another way, it doesn't matter. Just do it, right? Like, make that decision like you did, commit to it and go all the way out or all the way in with this. But, you know, you mentioned a couple of things that you said worked for you, the mindset and going all in. What else about specifically this program did you enjoy, you know, that worked really well for you?
I like the group meetings, I like you and Lauren and Matt. I mean, you guys are sincere to me. I got that vibe that you guys were sincere on this program and getting everybody better, not just me, but in a whole group. I love the group meetings, you know, and the homework of doing things and being responsible, and the you guys were with the ownership. I had what do I want to say, the
Accountability.
accountability. There you go. You know, and I early on I struggled, and you know, Lauren, I made me check in like the first week or so, because like when we first started, like the whole first week, I really, you know, I was still kind of hawing around, but then I started looking into the program and doing it, and I was like, yeah, you know, this is it, you know, and so me and Lauren had talked, and she made me accountable to her every night. I had, you know, but like the first week or so, I text her and you know, told her, hey, I'm alcohol free, and that, yeah, and that was huge. And then, you know, then when I actually made that decision, yes, this is it, and boom. I mean, I haven't looked back. But no, I like the group meetings. Then, like I said, the homework, everything. You guys are, yeah, very sincere. I mean, and that went a long ways with me, not just with me, but with everybody. And I like that.
Yeah, we really do give a shit. I mean,
Yeah,
we
yes.
really care. I mean, we can see how powerful you are before you can, and that's our job, is to bring that out of you, and then you have that to run with. And yeah, accountability is such a important factor when it comes to getting to the other side of alcohol. That, you mentioned the community support, you know, the tools, resources, all that kind of stuff. Like, and outside of it, like, yeah, we're human, and we've been where you've been, and we want you to win, and we're walking alongside of you. And so I'm glad that you had that experience. You know, who do you think needs this? Who could benefit from going through this program?
Everybody that in their mind feels they have a problem. Me, I mean, or if you know, if you uh, you think you're gonna quit, you wanna quit, but you can't quit and you don't know how to quit. And you think that there is no hope, or you don't know life without drinking. I mean, people like that, because I was scared to death I was absolutely, for years, I was scared to death to give it up. And finally, till, it got to the end where I'm either going down to the bottom, or I can change my life. But anybody that, to me, that is in this vicious cycle, that knows it, and there is light on the other side. That's all I can say. There is light on the other side. And I was scared to death for years to even try it. But I knew for years I had a problem. There was no, I woke up one day and say, oh, Rod, you're a damn drunk, No, I knew that for a long time, but just scared to death to get out to see it. And like everybody says, life is better on the other side, and that is God's honest truth.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, you hit the nail on the head. You said it a couple of times, scared to death. And I think that's where people are trapped in and living in fear. And it's like, if we continue to drink, fear is going to continue to control our lives. And that's one of the big things that we help people with, is getting out of that state of living from fear and start living with purpose, and taking control of your life and making it what you want, instead of alcohol being in charge. So, man, I'm so proud of you. Lauren, is there anything you want to ask Rod or just say here?
Yeah, I am just absolutely so proud of you, and that, I've told you. But what's so funny is I didn't remember the texting that you and I did back and forth during that first little bit, the first 10, 11 days.
Yeah.
And you made me kind of just over here smile at how far you've come, because I don't even remember that version of Rod anymore.
Yeah.
And I hope it's becoming more and more distant to you as well. It's just, you've become a whole new person, and I'm just so proud of you, and I'm so grateful to have been part of your journey as well.
Yeah, well, thank you very much, and especially in that early on, for making me accountable, I mean, for my action. Yeah, I mean, and the mindset change that I like to say is committing all in, is like, it's showing what alcohol really is. People don't realize, how bad it is. I mean, it's simply amazing. Once your eyes open up to it, you're like, I don't want to put the poison in my body anymore. And that's how I look at people anymore. It's like, it don't bother me a bit if people around me that are drinking or whatever, because I'm over that, but I just look at them like, wow, I mean, I don't want to put poison in my body anymore, and no, Lauren, like I said, if I could give you a big hug right now, I would, and you too, Chris. I mean, you guys forever changed my life. So, I mean, I am 100% grateful to you. I really am.
I love it. Well, we're grateful to you, and again, just want to commend you on everything. So I think I know the answer to this question, but you would say to somebody watching, was it worth your investment?
Oh, 100%. And I don't know how many times I've said that to my daughter, my girlfriend, everybody, that know me, that know that I'm in this program. I say, hands down, is the best money I've ever spent. And, I kind of heave-hawed around a little bit, and I'm so glad that I joined up, because we've talked, and I said I was this close to going back down that vicious rabbit hole again, and like I said, I would have made up for the 4 or 5 months. It would have been times 10. I mean, it would have been bad, and yeah, it was absolutely 100% worth it.
Rock star, man. I love it, Rod. Keep kicking ass. We'll see you in our community calls. You're in there for life. Anytime you need it, we're there for you as far as that goes. And this is a very personal thing for Lauren and myself and Matt, our other coach, as well. I mean, we've all been in the same shoes as our clients, and we understand the hell that it can be, the darkness that it can be, the hopelessness that we can feel. And we also know what it's like to be on the other side, which now Rod does as well. And the greatest thing is being able to help pull people from that side and get them to this side. So, man, well done. Thank you very much for chatting with us today, and nothing but the best, man.
You bet. Thank you. Thank you very much. We're giving.
Bye, y'all.
Yes.
See ya.
All right. Bye.